what the Chiefs are to the Bills, which is a level above what it matters most, is what the Bengals right now are to the Chiefs. That mental hurdle that Kansas City is for the Bills, having beaten them in the playoffs, having won the 13-second game last year at Arrowhead, why it is so important for the Bills to have home field and have the Chiefs come to them in January is exactly the way the Bengals right now operate against the Chiefs. And let's be honest, it starts with Joe Burrow, but it ends with the Bengals defense. Last night's game is salted away because Burrow and the offense keep the ball. And those third down conversions down the stretch were really impressive, namely the 3rd and 11 strike that Burrow throws that ices the game. That's an amazing throw. It's an amazing throw, amazing composure, amazing finish to make sure Mahomes never gets that football back. And that play itself is so prototypical Burrow and why he's so special. Because here is the game on the line, and if you kick the field goal, they still get the ball back. And on 3rd and 11, with just under 2 minutes to play, he finds T. Higgins in traffic for 14. Game, set, match. But I also think the touchdown throw that he made to Chris Evans from 1st and goal at the 8 with the 9 minutes to play was also such a savvy Burrow move. He drops back to pass. He's got wide receivers on both sides, and Evans is slipping underneath the defense. And Burrow pauses and waits. And I believe what he's doing is he's setting the safety up and the linebackers not to come up and break with Evans across the field, but instead stay with their man. Because as Burrow waits, he realizes he can make the throw quickly, and then Evans has to run and avoid 2 or 3 tacklers, but instead Burrow pauses, sees Evans open, waits until the safeties clear the zone, and then hits Evans. And that's why Evans has all of that yardage and goes into the end zone unscathed. It is such a savvy, sophisticated play by Burrow, and it's just more indication that this dude plays at a level that very few do, and he is an equal to Josh Allen. He is an equal to Patrick Mahomes. He is one of the best quarterbacks of the NFL, and that was really beautiful to watch last night. But while the Bengals' success starts with Joe Burrow, last night, give the Bengals defense massive credit because there is the drive which should tie things up when the Chiefs go 10 plays and 38 yards and they're moving the football well and they're down 3 and you're like, okay, this is where Mahomes goes down the field and rips your heart out. He's got 1st and 10 from the Bengals 40. And that's where the Bengals step up and have a hell of a series. On 1st and 10, they force the incompletion. On 2nd and 10, he hits McKinnon on that little pass for 7 yards. That gets him up to the 33. At this point in time, right there, if the Chiefs just stay at the 33-yard line and don't lose any yards, they're kicking about a 49-yard field goal. And Butker's usually good for 49. On 3rd and 3, Mahomes is flanked by pass rushers. They come in. They break the pocket. Mahomes has to step up. He's not in rhythm, and then just kind of lunges forward and loses 4 yards on the sack. A side gets him on the sack, and that pushes a 49-yarder to a 53-yarder, which Butker misses. It was Trey Hendrickson in that first down scramble where Mahomes is scrambling far sideline, can't find anything. Hendrickson hits him as he lets the football go. but he harasses them into a massive incompletion, and then they get the sack on third down and force the field goal miss. That's the series. That's the game. Because Mahomes never gets the football back, and that last play is where Mahomes gets up, and he's ginger, and he's kind of hopping it off. So on fourth down there, on 4th and 7, probably Andy Reid doesn't go for it because Mahomes comes up limping. But that is all Bengals defense right there. Cincinnati has an amazingly complete team. And they don't get the run that the Chiefs do. And they don't get the run that the Bills do. Because those two teams are the glamour teams right now of the AFC. But look at what the Bengals do. The Bengals can beat you without Jamar Chase, without Joe Mixon. Yesterday, it was Samaje Perine, who had 21 carries for 106 yards. Chase came back and had a good game, but also Burrow will lock it on T. Higgins, lock it on Tyler Boyd. He'll spread the football around. Last night, you had, I think, 10 different Bengals receivers catch passes. So they can beat you with the run. They can beat you with the pass. Defensively, they're very good. They're very stout. They pass rush very well, and they've got enough depth to survive injuries. The Bengals are a legit team, and how interesting is it that Cincinnati gets the win yesterday, and it just feels like now they win big games versus all of those years with Marvin Lewis where they won regular season games but never felt like they won big games. They stacked 9, 10, 11 wins of the regular season, but in the playoffs, they always lost, one and done. And when it came to beating the best teams in the AFC, it always felt like they came up a few yards short. Now, they're doing it. Now they're the team that you've got to go through in the AFC. It's incredible. An incredible performance by Burrow when it mattered. And the Bengals get the win of the weekend. 27-24 over the Chiefs last night. Can you believe the Chiefs never touched the football after that missed field goal? That's pretty insane.